Welcome my Peds OT family, and today on day 6 of the fine motor challenge we're gonna be making a Play-Doh cake, and let's get started. So for this activity we're going to need Play-Doh, and you can use whatever color is your favorite. In this case we're using yellow. You're gonna need pegs, so here's my pegboard with pegs. You don't need the peg board for this activity, but you'll need a lot of different pegs. And the last thing we're actually gonna use is a timer. So this is like a minute timer. You can get it from one of your board games. You can also use the feature on your phone where you can put a 1 minute timer. And let's see, over here it's the clock feature, and you go to timer. So you can use a timer and put in 1 minute and press start. In this activity, my little sand timer. So let's get started on how to do this. So I'm gonna grab my Play-Doh. Have your child open it up, or try to open it up, you know, with their fingertips. If they can't do it by themselves, you give them 2 or 3 tries. They need help, have them request, say, mommy or daddy, please open Play-Doh, and model it for them, and then have them attempt to take out all the Play-Doh. So I'm gonna pinch some Play-Doh out. So Play-Doh I always find to be a nice fun sensory activity to do with the kids. It's wet and gooey, and you can get them to do a lot of fun activities with it. So we're gonna start with this activity. We're gonna tell your child, roll, roll, roll the Play-Doh, roll, roll, roll the Play-Doh. And as you can see, as you sing it, because a lot of my kids love it when we sing, you are rolling it into a ball. And again, their fingers are extended or they're straight. And I'm going in a circular motion, keeping my bottom hand, the non-dominant hand, as firm of a flat surface as possible. And if this is a little bit too challenging for them to do it in the air, you can tell them to do it using the table as the flat surface and just their dominant hand rolling it around. Okay? So from here you have a ball, right? Now you're gonna tell them to pat, pat, pat the Play-Doh, pat, pat, pat the Play-Doh, pat, pat, pat the Play-Doh, pat into a cake. So here you go. Here's our cake. Oh, in this case, we'll keep it flat. Okay. If you didn't, alternatively, you can have them into a circle. Roll, roll, roll the Play-Doh, and have them, you know, just have their fingers extended and keep that extension. Your parents, just tell them to keep their fingers out. Okay. I like to make it into either a long snake, or you can make it like a circle, or tell them to pat it. So pat, pat, pat the Play-Doh, pat, pat, pat the Play-Doh. So again, now it looks like a big circle, but it's flat. Okay. And now what you're gonna do with all the pegs, now you can do this with pegs. If you don't have pegs at home, you can find candles or possibly crayons. So, or you can do it one of 2 ways. You can use the timer. If you use the timer, you're gonna say, okay, we're gonna see how many candles we can put on the birthday cake. So you tell them, are you ready? And once they say they're ready, you're gonna say, okay, ready, set, go. And you're gonna flip the timer and try to get them to put in as many candlesticks or pegs or candles as they can in the Play-Doh within that timer. Okay? And this, as you can see, you're working on following directions. You're working on bilateral coordination when you're rolling the Play-Doh on your hands or rolling the snake on the table. Let's say the timer has run out and you'll tell your child, alrighty, it's time to now count. Let's count how many candles are on the cake. So let's count, and I want you to take out your finger, just your pointer finger. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 candles. So let's see with our fingers. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 candles. All right, good job. So we're gonna go ahead now and put it back away for cleanup. Okay? Do you want to do it again? All right. So if you say it's time to clean up, then you can tell them it's time to clean up. And one by one, have them take out all of their pegs, and have them, as they're taking them out, try to use that tripod grasp. And if not the tripod, at least try to have them use the 2 fingers instead of using their whole hand. All right. Now, if you found that this activity was a little too easy, you can use a foam board, because foam boards tend to be a little bit more difficult. And you can say the same thing, that it's a birthday cake. If it was too difficult, what I would do is I would just, instead of using the pegs, I would just use like pom-pom or something maybe that's more meaningful for them. Another way you could have made the activity a little easier is to take away the timer, so it's not a race to get so many as much as it is for them to at least try to get 1 or 2 in, and just praise them for doing as many as they can do. That concludes today's fine motor challenge. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video if you found it helpful.